Welcome viewers, and welcome to Java once again. Welcome to episode 2. The topic we're dealing with, variables and object. Before we get started, please advise that this is going to be a heavy episode. Because Gryff-User is trying hard and I want good experience to get a job, I'm really serious and I will not go easy on this episode. So you need to listen. Anyway, if you like videos, you can rate, subscribe, and comment on my video. But most important, we're looking for some experience. And also, if you want to learn Java, listen here. Either watch the video at least twice. First time listen, second time you listen and do the Java with me. If you're watching this just once, you better listen and write program at the same time. Now viewers, move like we got a purpose. Let go. Episode 2, variables and object. Today's lesson we get to look at variables, parameter, data type, class, and object. This is going to be tough. So, focus. I'm not kidding. I'm going to ask you to put this in the Microsoft Word. And I probably do that off screen. And then do that off screen. Object is a reference to a class. I do the Microsoft off screen because this is not really important for this video. I do them off screen. Variables are just words and it can store value. Value can be any parameter data type. There are several parameter data type. String, this is important. String is not a parameter data type. It's actually an object. String is not a parameter data type. It's an object. You could be asked that question in the interview. Seriously, viewers, you better know this. If you really want to do well, and you don't want to I don't want a bad interview. You better know this. String is not a parameter data type. It's an object. Repeat that again. String is not a parameter data type. It's an object. Get that in your head. Next. Now the type of parameter data type. The first one is int, stands for integer. It covers the whole number, limited to 32 bits. That would be a minus 2 to the power of 31 to positive 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. Next one is float. It's a number in decimal point, limited to 32 bytes. That's 4 bytes. 32 bits, sorry. Double is number in decimal point, limited to 64 bits, 8 bytes. Char is stands for character. It stores 16 bits. That's 2 bytes. It's actually 2 bytes, believe it or not. Yeah, believe it or not, it's 2 bytes. And I can let you know it is case sensitive. Now, for the chart, there is a ask to table, and it's showing this website down here. You can have a look at it. It gives you the number. Now, naturally, as a professional program, and if you want to do well in an interview, it's your own best interest to try to know some of them without looking at the table. More normally, you look at the table and make sure you have the table with you. Now, as to table, to convert a character to its value, we can use the code. We can use char at passing in argument. Oh, and we didn't. I didn't cover that at the program, but we can use char at. It does pass one argument, and that's only when you're using string, the object string. Argument is the index of the string, and remember it's serial index. Do not forget it's serial index. So 0, 1, 2. Don't forget that. It's really not important in this episode, but it's best if you know that. Character can be converted to a value using int. Character, the int character. Int is a typecast into an int. Now there is an implicit code. Professional program must know this. There is an implicit code. So this is how it works. You type in your int. So whatever int you want to type. So yeah, I think I didn't read this right, but it's int ASCII 2 character, but there is an implicit code. So you just implicit code. So you just it's a value. The data type is int, and this is the ASCII code. It's actually implicit code. Implicit means is done by Java virtual machine or the tool. It's implicit. This one has meaning. So when you type this in, it come in the int, and it's equal to character. So for every character you put in. Oh, by the way, and as for the character, single quote. Put them between a single quote, and it is case sensitive. I forgot about that. Be sure you use single quote, not double quote. Single quote. So if you say 97 here, if the character is lowercase a, this would be a 97. And character must be char. Explicit is done by the programming. That's us. If you type something explicit. Implicit is done by Java virtual or the tool. The more you know, the more implicit code you know, the more efficient program you are. Very important. That is why I put this in. Know as much as you can. So I just want you to be aware of it. Okay, let's continue on with this printable data type. Long is a whole number limited to 64 bits. That's 8 bytes. Byte? Well, whole number limited to 8 bits. 1 byte. Short is whole number limited to 16 bits. 2 bytes. That's actually 65,535 of them. Now, Boolean is actually true or false, and it stores 8 bits, 1 byte. Now, the next part is you want to watch out is typecasting. I will cover this one too. I'm also going to cover that. I'm going to ask you to typecast to a different primitive data type as well. As we move along, we're going to improve on that skill. Now, this is the important part, and of course, it's going to be the syntax error. Now, the one we want to watch out is we do not want an incorrect data type. Okay, incorrect data type. So when you put the number in, say you're going to put in like 10.5, don't put int. Don't make mistake like that. Don't make silly mistake. And when you're putting argument, all that, and when you're putting the result, make sure that correct data type. Now when you have int plus int, make sure that int. When you have float plus int, like float plus int, use the float. Now this is important. If the number is in decimal, it's going to be in double by default. And if you want to have a float 32, you need to typecast that to float. You must typecast it if the float is your primitive data type. That one is a comma trap. You need to know that. Now, if you do not know that, do them again. When you're doing the Whitley, it printed that might not match. Now that's an easy error you can for operator. You do not want to see that. So practice, that error will become less likely. Failure to put when you're using Faber, you failure to put now this symbol. It's actually a dot and a colon. It's actually okay. When you say failure to put that symbol, that means sometimes when you're putting out a Faber, you miss out that. And doing my programming before off screen, I made that mistake once. It's a comma trap. You do your best to avoid that. You do not want to do the interview programming, writing down code like you do in Microsoft Word, and find out you forgot to put that. It's a bad error, and you won't be happy. You do not want that. Not in common professional programming. Another thing, failure to put data type when you use Faber. So if you just say x equal 10, you don't put int, you don't put float, you don't put any data type. That's another trap. Okay, another trap. Oh, well, that's meta, but duplicate meta. We do not. Well, that's for the next. That's when creating class and instant meta, class meta. But when inside class, we cannot repeat the meta. Now there also larger error. Also, wrong primitive data type can maybe larger error. It may not be the one you need. So for your best interest, be sure you see if you're using float, if you're using 10.5, 10.6, but you use int, but you put it as int, it may go to int. But one primitive data type may be a larger error and may something. So this is why you need to be watch out for. Now the next part is, I'm deadly serious about this. This is the one that actually cost my 30-year project, along with constant, which is Faber actually. But this is the one that cost me the 30-year. I feared this one. I feared the project. On C#, it's actually a different programming. But same applies to Java. This is what cost me, and I'm so frustrated with that. And if I had avoided that, I would have passed with flying color. Too much magic number. Yeah, I was using magic number a lot, and if I had to change some to the value, I had to go through every one of them. I had to go through number after number, wasting time. And I have to go to my laptop, I have to scroll up and change, there's another one, and you keep searching. You don't want to do that. Very, very bad practice. Now, that way, I'm going to show what happens if you try and use magic number. Magic number have multiple meaning. Like, if you see like 20, is it the length of the beam? Is it the area of the beam? No, I don't want that, man. It's a bad program practice. Cost me big time. So when you're starting project, we make sure you get this part right, please, and make sure you use constant and avoid that stupid metric number. Oh, it's haunt me. Another thing is failure checked with cert. Construct rule. The longer is left unchecked and turn around, the more serious the error can be. I can let that go about a month or so. Bad. In construct rule, if it look right, it is right. Not the case programming. So this one larger error cost me. So that is primitive data type. Next, we'll go on class and object. It's not over yet. I'm going to explain on class. I'm actually going to be creating one class in this tutorial, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to use one basic arithmetic operator. I'm going to use plus. I'm not going to use minus actually. There will be a separate episode for that. Each class contains a constructor you have a field variable, also known as tribute. You have a mutator, allow you to get the set value. Accessor, allow you to get value. Field, muter, and accessory. Now, they are normally constant. This attribute, they are normally constant given by the keyword finally. You then go to constructor. That can be overwritten, and I shall show that off. You can't override the methods. Constructor can be overwritten. Well, I think no, actually, I think you can. No, I think you can overwrite. No. Okay, mutate is instant. Or you can override, but you can't use the same. I don't think you can use the same method. Or you can override provided it has. Well, you see, provided it had different type of argument, something like that. You can say set number int, but you can't use. You can use set number int and set number int, but you can't use set number int, set number int, set number int. You can't use the same one. That's what I mean. Mutator, on the other hand, is a instant method start with the word that should start with the word set. So small set followed by another word. Accessor is instant method, no static word, and then start with the word get followed by another word. Now, next one is object. Once you have class done, you're going to create. Once you create a class, you're going to create an object. Class is invisible, but object is visible. I think you're going to show off subclass, superclass, class inheriting, and much later on. Much later on in other episode. When setting up the argument when creating constructor and method, you need to determine type of data type and make sure they are correct and make sure they match. Okay? Don't want to see when you're passing out data and there's a data type mismatch, because it's harder to spot and don't want to be wasting time on that. If you want to be great coder, electric coder, don't want to see that mistake. Now, pitfall draw starting step. Now, another one is. This is another one, and that cut me. This is one of the pitfall. Can't create class within package. Don't know how to switch workplace. Another thing is forgot to create a Java project. Java project must be creating. Or another thing, you forgot to create Java project. You use one execution. You don't know which window to open. When comma, it's best to comma above the related line when you're about to talk about it, and when you probably any aftermath, and when you aftermath code, you can do below the line, but normally above the line. Printed line when you in the code like print line. Important to be consistent and make sure to put in the following, like the causing concentration operation plus colon, that mark there, and bracket, and so on. Make sure you get it right. Be consistent and make sure you don't get error mistakes. Make sure there's a plus. Keep it consistent. Now we'll go on to the next part of syntax error. I'm going to show you for this class. Now another thing for class is incorrect word for creating class, and that is possible. Make sure you put in the right word, small case then uppercase. Argument data type may be incorrect, which is disaster. And when you're creating a mutator or that, when you're creating a method and you have a return type, you may have the incorrect return type. You may be missing a return type or you can't return. So this is where you want to make sure you'll be able for that. Make sure the return type is right, you don't miss them, and you can return. when creating method or constructor, fail to put in data type or create data type when determined argument. That can happen. Larger error 2, not starting the mutator we set or get for that matter. Passing incorrect argument for mutator. Passing argument in the incorrect order. Absolutely frustrating. That's very frustrating to have that. Because if you pass them incorrectly, that is a disaster. Oh, actually, because when you get the height, the length, they're two different things. If you mix them up, it is devastating. So make sure you focus and pass in the right order. Another thing is failure to set the value within the mutator, which is it's actually a mutator. And now the next part is beware. Beware, and this is a warning. There are a lot of mistakes to watch out for, so I highly recommend you keep practicing the second exercise a lot on the Microsoft Word. Transfer to Eclipse. Try Eclipse, then Microsoft Word. Try to cut down the mistakes as much as possible. The more mistake you can avoid, the less time you waste creating bad codes. And trust me, you don't want to be creating magic number. If you find out you're creating magic number, do them again. Disappointed, do them again. Magic number, not one mistake I want to see. And target mistake, try to aim for 10 or less, and avoid spending too much time creating after you transfer to Eclipse. Also, keep the code clean and get into a good habit. Okay, and that would be very important. If you can do that, practice that, job is there. And that would be important for the interview. So, that's it. Now, I have a few side notes, and this is a side note I have here. And also another thing about expert program. How are you doing for time? 22 minutes. And expert program, another thing. I can expect you to know the bytes up to 8 bits. You want to know this value, which is 15. This is 5. This is 13. If you have to calculate this 1001 is 9. Multiply that 16 gives you 144. This one is 13. I actually messed that up. Yeah, it's meant to be 157. I actually messed that up. It's actually 157. And you don't want to get the maths wrong. Please get the maths right. So 144 plus, plus 13. Oh no, it's no, actually I'm right. It's 150. Sorry, pardon me. My maths is right. It's 9 by 16. It's 144. This one is 11. So add that to 144, give you 155. To check the answer, go to calculator, go to edit, and set the program. Alright, let's see. Have I any good notes? Like I showed this off again. Oh, another thing is, you might want to make use of the refraction. Might show that off eventually. And as probably well, practice make perfect. So practice, viewers. No point looking at my video while I doing nothing. Watch my video twice at least. First time, just listen, write program if you want, but listen. Second time, listen, write the program. That's it. End of story. Now, we're now going to move on to Java. And I am going to do one class. So we're going to do that now. So we'll go to new class. Now, I did put in a package. So make sure you have the source folder. And this is one to watch out for. First time you're going to create a workspace. When you have the workspace declare you need to create a project first, which I did, and I really call it Faber an object, and I create a package class an object. Now I'm going to name it Faber lookout, capital letter Faber lookout 2, and I'm going to pretty much follow the code in different way. Now populate data for me. Okay, by now you should know this, but that is the code that once again I expect that, well, kind of expecting you would know this by now. If you're still making a big mistake, to keep going. Now today we're going to create Faber. The first one going to be, we want to create a number 10, and we're going to do an int. Now put a data type int. Notice the syntax error is proper. We're going to put in next. Now we must put in an operator equal sign and put the number 10. Now you must always end with this. Then we're going to put, I'm actually going to put in another one. Believe it or not, I'm going to put x2, and I'm going to put in a floor figure. I'm going to say 6.8. Can you leave it? No. Now I'm going to make it there on purpose. And look at this. Type mismatch. This is what I'd be saying. And you get something cannot convert for double to int. Yeah, you see, that's confused error, and that's a bad error. You have a mismatch. Okay, you go for the x2 with it. Cannot convert from double to int. So you want to typecast the int. By doing that, you're typecasting. Now, it will knock the number off the decimal point. Does not round up. It doesn't round up the number. If you want to round up the number, you have to trim. I think there'd be a function for that. Now, let's see what we'll do next. Float. Now, if you want to do float, we're going to do float. And x3 we say. Now, this is a mistake here. I'm going to put 5.85. Now, it's a 32 bits. You only limit with certain amount of points. Now, it go by double by default. Now, that is a mistake. Type mismatch. You cannot convert for a double to float. So you see, by double to default, but we have to. We must typecast that the float. Next one is double x4, and I'm going to put the same value. Now that one is okay, but don't do that. No. Why does that actually work? Yeah. Now next one is char. And char would be the character. Now I'm actually going to create another string. Believe it or not, I am going to create another string. Now, remember, you do not do that. That's a syntax error. That's double quote. That's a string. You will recognize it's a string. You put a single quote. And don't do that. That's invalid. Now, I'm also going to put a string actually. For what? And I'm going to say Java. How about that? Oh, by the way, the case sensitive actually. Java. Now, if I want to do that, that's it. Java. So there you are. Now, I'm also going to create a second character. Oh, and don't do that. Oh, I'll just show you. See, mistake, no space. You get punished for that. Don't use space. Now, I'm going to put in a number. 97. Confused? Not to worry. Because 97 is lowercase a, I actually put in a number. And believe it or not, it's insplitted. It's actually insplitted. Because it's actually kind of use without the ASCII table like that. Now, I'm also going to use character tree. Now, I want to get the A. Okay, so we're going to work at char add. Now we're looking at the first index. Wait. Char add. Okay. Sorry now. Word char add. Argument is the index 1. So now it should be A. Now you could use the equal at, but we're gonna find out it's gonna be A. So now we're also gonna do long time. There are also other in type. I won't be going through. I'm going to go through Boolean. Is it true? We might get in the habit of every other word capital letter. Okay? Don't want to see this. Is it true? No, that's ugly. Is it true? When type it as false. Take note of the syntax error and please don't misspell it. Now we're going to do system our print line, and we're going to do for X. Now just type and paste on it. Now copying and paste is sometimes bad. Yeah, if you're trying to do that careless, and the code is incorrect. So we're going to have character. You need to try to avoid pasting because you may get careless and you may fail to spot it. And finally, setting that out, print in. Now luckily there is a check, like there is a method like dot equal. Or you may put equal, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put 2. And I actually gonna put. It's actually pretty. No, this is actually a pretty trick one here. I don't know, will this work? Don't worry if you do not know. No. Oh wait. Yeah. Could it be that? No. Ah well, get it next time, okay? I tried to get this one right, but no. I thought I got it. And never mind. Okay, never mind, okay? Alright, never mind. We'll go with that. Now, and then we're going to print them out. Okay? Now we got A, yep, that's what we expect. We expect to be A. Oh, I didn't put the number at, actually. Yeah, actually it's A. I actually try to, actually. That would be the fee. Yeah, and lo and behold, it is fee. B 97 is A. 5.58. Same figure. We got 6, drop 0.8, 10, and everything is pretty good. So, A-OK. Now, the next part is magic overuse. Now, this is what I mean. And also, why not? I'm going to show our system.out.print line. I might even show you a nice hard one. Well, anyway, first of all, this is a bit tricky. This is the core operating system. You see, first of all, I type it in the string. This is my string here. You just type in the string. Then, if you want to move on, put in the plus. And type in more string. See, 2020. See, they're all a magic number. What I actually try to do is just imagine for 1 second. You see, you're trying to put the same number. Imagine putting the same number time to time again. 20, 20, 20, 20, 40, 20, 20, 21. I made the mistake there on purpose. For a reason. I made a mistake there on purpose. Okay? Now, viewer, I'm going to expect it to be 20, 40, 60. I'm going to expect that. Okay? Anyway, there's plus, and those are the number. By the way, there's \n. That will turn the next line. Don't worry, I show that off much later on. That's the \n. It just move you on to the next line. See, I just have another /n here, /n. 60, no, okay. As you see, a couple of mistakes. So now, what? You see, the mistake may be a typo mistake. I did that on purpose, by the way. A typo. Now, you see how... Now, let's look at my post comma. Okay, then I want to watch out. Yeah. I don't put this space. Now look at the incorrect number there and the mistype. Look how far... Imagine how annoying it can be if you use magic number. Now, imagine that's only just 5 lines. If you find that annoying, see, I have to change this. Oh, I got to change that to 40. I got to change that to 60. See, look, I'm just looking for the number now. You see, I'm looking for numbers, and I don't know have I got all the numbers. Looking for numbers. And that's only 5 lines. Imagine if this is spread out over 4 pages, like thousands and thousands of words, and you spend like months, and you do this magic number, and you have about hundreds of them. Look how annoying it can be. For each check, it can take an hour, and that's just mistype. You see how bad a magic number. But it's not the worst. Remember, I only assumed the favor is 20. I assumed the number is 20. Now, what happened? So imagine number is a multiple of 20 with some mistake. But what happened if it actually 15? What happened is actually 15? And you will know, oh God, is it 15? Okay, so it's not 20. We may have to go down to I may have to lower down to 15, but I had 20, so I have to go down and change all that. So to change that, that would be 30 by it because it must be double. Change that. See, you may have to put out 14, 16, or 24, 25 because you typo. You see how annoying that can be? And this is why magic number is so bad, viewers. It's actually 15. What happened then? But there is a solution. When you go on copy, would be nice if I put int I. Oh, look, I just show you this printout, okay? I show this off. There you go. See, yeah. Well, except for another thing about the printing is another thing that's nasty is wash off the space. See, space. Another typo error. I don't want to. We want to cut down that error. See, I put in and you had 21. See, big mistake. But if we just do a copy, oh yeah, and yeah, look, just say that multiplication, okay? Yeah, and 2 multiply is actually multiplication I, but just say for now it's 2 times I, and this is 3 times I, 3 times I. Just say that for now. If you really want to know the multiplication, how to multiply the I, 2 and it's a star, so you put shift 7 for the stars. No, shift. Oh god, sorry for you. Shift 8. You put shift and 8 for the stars. And followed by the letter multiplication. Cover that much later on, viewers. Do not worry about that. Now you see how nice it is. And now you see how nice. And we don't have to worry about mistake. But oops, what happened if I change 15? So instead of going through each of them, going over that, wherever there's about hundreds, 1,000, and I tell you how long it took. Instead of taking like hours, watch this, viewers. I go to I change the number to 15. Hit that. There you go. 15, 30, 45, 45. There you go. You see how nice it is to use constant. Use Faber. It'd be so much nicer. Saves a lot of time. I wish I'd done that in my C# project, but I hope I get plenty of project. If I can get a job in Java and C#, viewers, if I can get it, I make sure I remember the constant. But luckily, I only done one project. I learned my lesson. Luckily, I done one project. So I don't want to make that mistake. Now, that's over. That's pretty much over. Now we'll go. Unfortunately, we are not done yet because we'll have to go through class. Now we're hitting about 40 minutes, but I'm actually going to create a class. Believe it or not. So, hey, let's do that. Add and subtract 2. Yeah, let's don't worry about that. Now we're going to start a nice attribute. I just put in 2. So you, okay, yeah. I forgot to put private. It's actually private. Yeah, make sure that private, by the way. But yeah, you see, I actually forgot about private. It doesn't matter much, it's only the first letter, but I forgot about the private. When you're creating a attribute, a constant, don't forget the private. That way, it only be in this class. It won't be visible outside that class. So please, private. Well, I might explain that soon enough. Now, next we're going to create a constructor. It's a silly constructor, man. So just put in an empty structure. An empty body. Nah, not this, by the way. Don't do that. This is an empty body. If you don't put in the body, that's abstract method. That will be explained much later on. Now, I'm going to put another one, but we're overriding. Only this time, we're passing in 2 values. We got A2 and a B2. Then, we're going to put this in. Now, we're going to set int A from A2. And we're going to insert B for B2. Okay, that will be the mutator. Now let's write down the mutator methods. So we're going to set int A, and we're going to pass through a door. It will be int A2, and this one we're going to take A to be A2, and please make sure they're white. Don't do that, because what happened is, I show you here, and this is a mistake, because please don't put in the same metal like that and overwrite the same amount. You get duplicate. Oh no. Now, so we got the set. Now we're going to need accessory method. You know, if we want to get the int A. Oh, by the way, it's a shot for this. I have to show you here. Sorry, I don't want to confuse you too much, but this is how you do. Oops, this is the next. Oh well. And you go to return A. Oh no, yeah. Very important. Make sure the return type is white when you're using accessory. And int B. And we got returned by EB. Now, if we want to pretty much add, so we want to return the method for this one, add. Simple as that. Now, here's a short way, here's a quick way to do it. But I won't do that. So I'm going to put int AB. I have to clear it, by the way. Then I do a whip. I do A plus B. There you go. Now, don't forget we need return. Return AB. Now, a quicker way to do that is we just press return A plus B. That's okay. It's a cleaner code. Oh, I forgot to pursue the code. Sorry, viewers. You got to prioritize on my part. But since you got a lot in your mind, I'm gonna pause it for now. Yeah, for now. Now, we already got an abstract, and I write down some methods, pretty much similar. Anyway, I abstract, and I just write this in. Abstract passing three arguments. Set the value in. Write a method for that. Set int A, passing an int, and set the attribute to that value. Same thing for B and same thing for C. Then, if you want to get, and sorry, this is bad. Okay, accessory is int get A. Now you would put in a parenthesis and close a parenthesis, return A. Simple. Same for B and same for C. Now, if you want to go add A B, parenthesis and close a parenthesis, you just get A plus B, add them up, and then we return. That's it. And when you do want to all adds, return this. Now, favorite lookup 2. I'm actually going to do a quick class here. So I'm going to create an instance from that. So I'm going to do add, and I'm going to do add subtract. I'm going to create a class 2, and we're going to do D2. And by the way, that the object is meaningless because it's just not much meaning. It's trying to make the code meaningful as possible. Then you go new, add, subtract 2. We're going to pass in 2 arguments. I'm going to pass in. You can pass in an int, which I'm actually going to do. I'm actually going to pass in a variable which is x, and I'm going to pass in a number on its own. We're going to say 20. Now we'll go on system.out print line. We can do this to. Now there's another way you can do this directly. Now we're going to d2 dot line, find that add. We got it right here. Find that add. There you go. And now we should get 30. And we do. We got 30. Now this part give you, it's actually going to return, it's going to give you an int, by the way. I only did a short way. Now if we just take a look at my class, please, so I don't explain how it works. See, you see, okay, we'll look at my class. See, I have one int, x equal to 10. Now I have another int. Now I can do this way. I can put int y equal 15. Now put a comment. You can put another. You could say x equal to 20. That's just another int straight away. So basically 10, 15, and 20. Okay, and when you do add eb, you should get 25. And I'm going to show you int results. Make sure you put int, because you don't do this will happen. You get this syntax error. Cannot move forward to a variable. So we're going to correct type. And when you do that, we should get 25, and we do. Now let's see. I did chart at. So viewers, I recommend. That's all for this video. We're heading 52 minutes. I think that is enough. I have shown you enough, and I think I did good. 52 minutes should be nice enough time for you to learn. So if you like the video and if you enjoy my tutorial, even though it's pretty hard, so please rate, subscribe, and comment on my video, and I'm gonna see you in episode 3. And until then, viewers, practice, because there are a whole bunch of errors. You can get a whole bunch of errors. You can get that I show under my presentation. I have shown some of the error. And remember, be careful, because when you say A, so C, look, this can happen. You may put in the wrong variable, which is a larger error. So you want to make sure you add in the right value. So the best way, eventually over time, it's best to make sure you test them. So hopefully I might cover in testing. So when you're passing A and C, and you get the. So next time when you're doing this, and which I show you. Favorite lookout. Next time I do add a B, it might be best if you just test. So just say like, and check if the result is the one you're looking for. Because I was looking for 25, and it did. But if it wasn't 25, what you have to do is you have to root it. Because it wasn't 25, and I certainly putting AB. I know it's 25, and if it turned out to be 30, that may be something wrong, and it may be within this. And this is where you fix them up. Make sure it's a hard larger error to spot. That way, larger error can be bad. Anyway, that's it. Like I said before, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please rate, subscribe, and comment my video. I see you in the next episode. This is Gryff-User signing off.